Good morning. I haven't posted here for a while, and that is because the cold just got to be too much for me at Cottage Acres, and I've relocated to Windswept Willows farm, a little bit further south and a little bit warmer. It's still just a little homestead, and I'm basically restarting everything over from scratch. So it's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun too. And I've been working on my garden recently because I basically just got down a few days ago. So I'll show you my progress so far. It isn't a lot. Minute is also really enjoying the warmth. He had been basically an indoor chicken for weeks and, well, really months. And he's finally able to be outside enjoying life. He's looking great. His comb's nice and red. He's my pretty boy, aren't you, Minute? And he's just living the life of a rooster, so he's happy. Minute is assisting with constructing the beds. I really like these metal beds. I bought them from Tractor Supply a few years ago, and they're holding up pretty well. So we deassembled them, emptied them, and brought them down, and we're putting them back together. What do you think, Minute? I'm doing okay? Yeah? I mean, he seems to be satisfied. Here's the start of the garden. I have to obviously come back through here and weed again. These are my perennial onions, the potato onions. They're doing okay. But this is my asparagus. The daffodils at the back of the row. And strawberries. And I'm going to have another bed with asparagus and strawberries as well. So I know the standard is 50-foot rows, but I don't like walking 50 feet. So I'm doing two 20-foot rows, and I'm making them a little wider because I can go up both sides. So I have to transplant these guys. I had put them in when I was doing a 50-foot row and changed my mind. So I've got stakes marking the end of each 20 feet. Some more strawberries. These guys went to seed. It was just so much hotter here. I had starts zone 6B and moved to zone 8, and they thought it was summer already, so they all went to seed. But my little kale is doing okay. And then these are my cuttings I brought, my willow cuttings, and a couple other things. Because this is Windswept Willows now, mostly because it is crazy windy here, so it makes sense. So I'm hoping most of these root. We've got some signs of growth, which is good, but we need them to actually root, not just get leaves. So I'll be waiting and seeing, but hopefully I don't have to rebuy cuttings because I had bought these cuttings 3 years ago. They're looking good so far. And then I've got my beds. I transported these, as you saw, Minute was helping me assemble them. My arbor. And so then this is going over a little bit further. Back here I've planted dahlias and elephant ears. And I'm setting it up to grow slowly because you can't do everything at once. So this is going to be an arbor into garden 2, which is going to be just crops. So potatoes, sweet potatoes, okra, things like that. And of course, my compost, which I've already started. And then the food forest will be number 3 back there, and then a meadow will be number 4. And then I do have a super cute, useless, but I love it so much, silo, and the old barn. This used to be a dairy farm, and I've just got a little section of it. So, and then I've got a couple more acres that eventually I think I will see how I do with asthma and everything. I'm hoping I can eventually have some 4-legged critters again. basically, this is it so far. I've been fortifying the land to fight off invaders. Seriously, how cool are these? Terrestrial crawfish? Crayfish? They live in them. And then they come out and eat like little minnows and bugs and stuff, I guess. So I got a little accomplished yesterday, not too much. These are actually Alpine Strawberries, and I think I'm going to move them to another spot because they won't make it in the heat of the summer. I'm going to put them in a planter, and I'm going to put someone who can handle the heat a little bit more here. Now, I'm not sure about the black, if it's going to absorb too much heat, but I'm going to try to put some heat rubbing crops in. And then I did finish, this is actually memorial garden for my stepdad. So these are bulbs he had bought and hadn't been able to plant, so I got them all in. I don't know what all is going to come up because some of it was a little past planting, but we should get some stuff. So this is, and it's going to pull a lot of pollinators into the garden, so that'll be great. So this is pretty much done. I have to even out the sides here, and I have to move my potato onions into a different spot, but this is all bulbs. And then, like I said, I'm working on this row cover here. So we're getting there a little bit at a time. Very little bit. So this actually, except for those potato onions there, is gladolias. So it's triple row, 60 feet of gladolias. My mom likes them.